What's up, gentlemen? Welcome to Sunday School. Today we're going to be going over why you're not taking action and how to break the cycle, right? There's 6 slides that are going to lead to a breakthrough. Top 3 hidden killers of action in modern men, how the world trains you to be passive, how and why masculinity was neutered, why you think that you're unmotivated, how to kill these habits before they kill you, and how to overcome the world and take action. All right. So the first thing that we're going to go through is these 3 main objectives. So the first one is mental fragmentation. All right? You are not short on ideas. In fact, you actually have too many. Okay? Rather than tackling one problem in your life at a time with clear direction, you spread yourself thin, which inevitably leads to inaction. First thing that you need to do is stop thinking and start doing. Okay, I'm sure all of you have had a time in your life where you want to improve in something, right? And leading into improving in that one thing, you then thought of 2 or 3 other things that you wanted to improve. Okay, I want to get into a better sleep routine. I want to clean up my diet. I want to go to the gym, right? And you start to spread yourself a little bit too thin with all of these different things. On top of that, another big problem that comes in is just the natural analysis paralysis. I'm sure, again, that many of you have gone online. You've started to look at how can I get in shape? And you watch 5 different YouTube videos of 5 different things. Now you're uncertain on what you should do rather than picking one thing and going all in on it and then experiencing through trial and error what works best for you. You get put on hold, you stop, and you're just not sure what to do. The next thing is that most men are unconsciously chasing stimulation instead of progress. Okay? Think of the things that are naturally going on in your life. Porn, TikTok, Instagram Reels, fast food. One of the biggest things that holds up so many people from getting to where they want to go is thinking or dreaming about progress instead of actually progressing. Okay, I know so many people who will talk and talk and talk about all the things that they want to do, and they never take action because just talking about it is mentally stimulating enough for you that you don't ever actually have to take the action and pursue that. You're not too tired to be consistent if you can go and scroll your Instagram Reels for 90 minutes or get up off the couch to go drive and get fast food after work. Okay? What this is a clear sign that your dopamine is depleted, okay? Not that you are too tired physically. Right? And number 3 is a lack of physical structure. Most men are biologically hardwired to transmute stress through movement. Okay? I know it sounds childish, but think of all the times where you've been pissed off or angry. What's the first thing you want to do? You want to punch something. And that is because that is the way that you are hardwired to take action. When you don't transmute stress in through building yourself or through building the life that you desire, you are going to become more reactive, more passive. But then you're going to say, I don't know why, but I just want to chill for the day. Or that's something that you've said before. Take note of that. You need to take your stress, and rather than going and sitting on your ass or sulking in it, you need to take action towards growth. All right? Either building yourself or building the life that you want through business, career, all those different things. How the world trained you to be passive. Think back to your childhood. As a boy, your energy, and your drive, they were all labeled as disruptive. Anytime that you're messing around in class, you need to be quiet, sit down. Okay? These are all things that you were taught. Okay? You need to sit still, you need to follow direction, and you need to not make noise. Right? Now think of how that then hardwires into your brain and into your psychology. Naturally, you stop trusting yourself and you start waiting for permission to take action. Right? Let me raise my hand before I speak. Right? It makes you passive. It makes you not a leader. And again, it makes you hesitant to take action when you know you should in your adult life. The world that you also live in has trained you to chase dopamine without effort. Okay? Discomfort became something to avoid, not something to move through. Now distraction has become your default. Right? Again, thinking on times where you have felt discomfort, what are one of the first things that you do? You go and you grab your phone. You'll see this everywhere. You get into any kind of quote unquote uncomfortable situation, right? You get into an elevator, everybody pulls their phone out, right? You meet a new group of people and the one who's the most uncomfortable pulls their phone out, right? There's a pretty girl walking next to you at the gym. So what do? Oh, let me pull my phone out and start checking the weather, right? People make jokes about this stuff because it's actually, things that we do, but it's because you've been hardwired and trained that way. Distraction is your default, and that's something that you need to stop. Every single time that you feel discomfort and you feel that urge, oh, let me pull out my phone, or it's late at night and you're not really sure what to do with your life. So rather than just go to bed or start working on a business idea or something like that, you go straight to the hub and you pull up some graphic pixels. Those are things that you need to stop because they are making you more and more passive, and they're literally siphoning your confidence out of you. How and why your masculinity is being neutered. It is a well-known fact that testosterone has been dropping for decades. This is not by chance, but because your biology is adapting to a world that doesn't need men. You and the world are far too safe. Think about it. Decades ago, your biology and what you were hardwired to do was to hunt, was to run, was to spend time outside. Surviving required you to have high testosterone, to be alert, and to be strong individual. Okay, the way that our world is set up, you don't need to be strong to survive, right? You just need to be able to make $12 an hour at McDonald's and pay a basic rent bill and afford the fast food that they shove down your throat, and you'll be fine, right? And that leads into the next point, which is that your environment and your habits are hijacking your hormones. This is all by design. Seed oils, constantly sitting, artificial lights, mouth breathing. Think of this, again, how all of these different things go against your natural biology and how you were designed to function as a man. Sitting down constantly on your ass. You're not sprinting. You're not having to chase or to hunt, right? Not going and lifting heavy weights because instead you're playing video games. Lean forward, breathing out your mouth. You are completely going against your biology, and that is why your testosterone is dropping. Okay? And the simple way that you can get your testosterone back up to peak levels is by then going in and functioning with your biology. Get outside. Actually start to lift heavy weights. That's why the gym is so essential for men. You have to be going and you have to be pursuing strength and fitness. Okay? It's a big part of your biology. All right. Now, to path into manhood through trial, you physically age, but mentally, let's be real, you're a man baby. Because your worst adversity is maybe a girl broke your heart when you were 16 years old, and now life has gotten easy for you. You're complacent. Maybe go to your job and come home and you're straight onto the hub. You're scrolling Instagram. It's all comfort. Right? You are physically aging. Time is passing, but you are not growing as an individual. And every single day that you do that, you are becoming less and less masculine, more and more passive. Why? Why would the system be designed in a way that's going to take away from your masculinity rather than gain it? Because masculinity is hard to control, and this world is built on keeping men compliant, distracted, and dependent. Nonconformity is poison to systems. Think about it politically, think about it corporate-wise, and just the culture that we live in. You are meant to conform into all of these things. Follow the crowd. Now, you're more masculine, you're more independent in your thinking, then you are a lot harder to control. And that is why these systems have been built to keep you down. And truly, I believe that we're built and born into a time because our souls need to go through some kind of growth, right? We need to experience the pressure and the friction. And that's why we were born into these systems where now we have the opportunity to push through so much discomfort and then grow as individuals. We're in the easiest time to be above average because it is so easy nowadays with how weak people are. Let's just say it how it is. And I don't like to think about being above or below people. I like to think about alignment. And so many people are out of alignment. How can you be in alignment when you just constantly the world is throwing twerking ass in your face, McDonald's Big Macs, and free dopamine at the touch of a phone? I don't know. You get the point. You get what I'm saying. All right. Now, why do you think that you're unmotivated? Okay. You're unmotivated, okay? You have no target. Why? Because there is no true consequence for staying the same. You might want to be better, but life does not demand it from you. You are now in a time where you have to demand it from yourself. You have to demand it from yourself because the world is not going to demand it from you. You have broken trust with yourself too many times. Every single time that you say, oh, I'm going to change, and then you don't, your self-belief weakens. Your subconscious remembers everything. Even the things that you push out of your mind because they're too hard for you to face and you would rather just avoid them, your subconscious mind remembers everything. The workouts you've skipped, the diets you've quit, and all the promises that you broke when no one was watching, your subconscious mind remembers that. So you try to act, your subconscious thinks, well, why would I leave this comfort and this safety, which you've been hardwired for survival, not to thrive, but to survive. Why would we leave this comfort to waste our time again? It doesn't make any sense, right? You are hardwired to take the path of least resistance. So believe you're going to fail because your self-belief has been weakened by all the times that you have not taken action when you know that you should have. Why? Your subconscious just asks why and then decides, well, we're not really going to do it. We'll tell ourselves we're just unmotivated right now. Let's just chill for a day. We'll take care of it tomorrow. And that's the trap you'll continue to fall into until you first quit these 4 habits. The first thing is porn. What are you doing, bro? Like, seriously, what are you doing? Just think about it for a second. Okay. You're pulling up a pixel and you're beating your shit to it. Not to be harsh, but that shit is so pathetic and you know it. That's why you feel guilt. That's why you feel shame. You're not going and openly talking about it proudly. That should probably be an indicator as to the fact that what you're doing is probably busted, right? Stop watching porn. Second thing that you need to do is you need to stop consuming processed food and dopamine loops, especially unconsciously. There's going to be times where you want to go out with your family, you want to enjoy a meal out, and so you're probably going to have to consume some processed foods. But if every single time your brain's like, oh, I'm hungry, you whip it straight to McDonald's to go get some Cane's, or you open up some random bag of chips at your house, you are doing one of the worst things that you can for your actual physical health as well. Okay. Seed oils, preservatives, all those type of things, they cause inflammation, they cause bloating, and then your body then has to heal itself. You're not going to have the energy that you should have if you're in this state. And it's the same thing with those dopamine loops. You think it's harmless to just pull your phone out and to watch Instagram for 60 minutes, but it is so harmful to you. It's going to make all the tasks that will actually move your life forward, like hitting the gym, like working on your business, gaining skills that are going to take you further in your career. It's going to make those tasks infinitely harder, and you're not going to want to do them. Cut out the processed food and cut out the dopamine loops. Next thing is you're getting garbage sleep and no sunlight. Super easy fixes though. The first thing is before you go to bed, turn off your phone for like a solid hour, pick up a book. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're not going to want to read. You're probably going to be bored because you've, trained yourself to just seek this comfort and watching 8-second TikToks over and over again. But if you do this and you actually start to regulate your circadian rhythm, you're going to get deeper sleep. You're going to recover better. Physically, you're going to look much healthier. Our health is attractive. You're going to carry a whole different energy about you. You want to get a girl so you can stop watching porn all the time? Start taking care of your health. Then maybe you'll actually attract a woman who sees value in you. Yeah, I'm not trying to be harsh, but this is just the truth. Right? And then no sunlight. Okay, absolutely essential for your health. You have to be out in the sun. The artificial lights are cooking you. So go out into the sunlight purposefully with intention, and then stop skipping physical training. You have to go to the gym. You have to move heavy weight. You have to be getting stronger as an individual, not just for your physical body, but for your mental, right? Every single time you're in the gym and you know that you can hit 8 reps, but your body says, let's stop at 6, you have an opportunity to push through that discomfort, like I talked about many times, and actually physically and mentally develop and grow. You need to stop doing those things. How do you overcome discomfort and take action consistently? We've already touched on this, but the first thing that you need to do is you need to fix your health and build your structure. You need to eat whole foods, start learning to cook. It's an essential life skill, and build your structure physically. Okay? Going to the gym, eating healthy, taking care of yourself. You need to treat yourself like somebody you care about. If one of your friends was doing all these dumb, shitty habits, could you be like, yeah, bro, keep doing those things. That's fine. No big deal. Just waste your life away. No, but you're okay doing that and reinforcing that in yourself. Treat yourself like you care about. Start to fix your health and build your structure. Next thing that you need to do is you need to consciously detach from comfort and attach to consequence. Okay, consequences are not just bad and good, but you need to think through what is going to come of your actions. Think of cause and effect. If I sit on my ass and I don't do anything, where am I taking myself? The man who is living the life that I want to live, who has the body that I want to have, what action would he be taking right now? Would he be sitting, eating a chocolate bar, watching Netflix, pulling up some too hot to handle Love Island bullshit? Or would he be working on developing himself, reading a book, building his business, doing his push-ups, going to the gym, all right? And again, a huge part of this is going to be being aware, self-aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it. When you have that mental urge, pull out my phone because I feel awkward. Don't pull out your phone. You need to face that shit. Facing that discomfort is what's going to lead you to being the person that you want to be. On the other side of discomfort lies growth. The most important thing of all of this entire slide is that you need to do what you say. You have to be a man of your word. If you are not a man of your word, what are you? You are nothing but a coward. You need to face yourself, and when you commit to something, you need to stay committed to it and you need to see it through no matter what. Do not give up on what your goals and your aspirations are. Do what you say you are going to do. Be a man of your word, because again, without your word, you are nothing. And you are meant to be more than nothing. You are meant to be somebody. You are meant to be a light to this world, and you are meant to grow and develop and see the depths of your purpose and the depths of what you are capable of becoming. Do what you're going to say, fix your health, build your structure, detach from comfort, and attach to confidence. Do what you say. Sunday school, I'm going to be doing series. All of this is going to get better. If you go look at my YouTube, I don't have a ton of different YouTube videos out, but I want to keep it super raw, and I just want to talk from my life experiences. Every single thing on the slide, both negative and positive, I have lived through. I'm not just speaking out of my ass, but I've seen how my life has changed and how I've grown as an individual when I stopped avoiding discomfort and instead leaned into it. Growth can happen so fast, but you need to plant the seeds and you need to water them by doing what you say. All right, give me a subscribe, give me a like, whatever you want to do. Check me out on Instagram, and I'll see you every Sunday for Sunday school.